What's up, everybody? I'm Marcus.
I'm Ryan.
And together we are the Northwest Sports
Fanatics.
We back at y'all today with the Northwest Sports Fanatics daily news, scores, highlights pretty soon.
That's updates.
Sweet. Ooh,
yeah.
Get the highlights, updates. And first off, a lot of the talk going on is with the NBA. You know, it's free agency period. Any signings?
Lots of signings right now. We'll start off with last night after we recorded Mr. Kyle Lowry. Right, for the Raptors, decided to re-sign instead of taking more money. Okay. 4 years, $48 million. I think that's a great move for obviously Drake and the Raptors. I mean, they were
great fit for him.
Great fit for him. I know people kind of gave up on him a little bit in Houston. You know, they didn't really know how good he was going to project to be, but he did pick the Raptors over, believe it or not, the Rockets and the Lakers. So the Rockets almost wanted him back because they felt like they made a mistake. But 17.9 points per game, 7.4 assists. He's kind of like a chubbier point guard, you know what I mean? He's got a little that Zebo in him, but he's deceptively fast for his size. He's actually a lot quicker than you'd think.
And he's really strong. And once he got that low center of gravity,
right?
So he's really strong for his size. And I like the chemistry that he's built with DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, exactly. I think for them to move forward, they need to lock those two up if they want to be able to get past the second round and kind of keep moving. Especially when I thought they should have beat Brooklyn this year.
They should have won.
They should have won that series. But they're moving in the right direction, so shout out to the Raptors. Another big signing, Dirk Nowitzki. Right? There was rumor that he may leave, but more than likely we knew he would stay with Dallas.
Where's Dirk going to go?
Right,
where are you going to go?
Cuban loves him. You know, he's one of his guys. 3 years, $30 million. But also, the Mavs are looking at two people that we may not have known originally. Okay. They're looking really hard right now at Chandler Parsons. He's number one on their list, and that would be a nice little fit for them. And then another one is Luol Deng. Luol Deng's a little older, but he could complement a team like Dallas because they got a lot of those old vets like Vince Carter, you know, Sean Marion. They may be out pretty soon. So I do like the signing there with Dirk. What do you think about Dirk?
That's a kind of a under the radar signing,
right?
You know, because he didn't get the huge money. You know, of course he's into the tail end. But I mean, honestly, where else was Dirk going to go?
Right, and he's a legend. I mean, he's one of the best, you know, big man shooters we've seen since Larry Bird. So
Dirk is by far, to me, the top European player to play in the NBA.
Yeah, I think so
and
too.
That's just me, my opinion.
Yeah, Dirk is great. He does everything for the team. And now, are they going to be able to win another championship? You know, before Dirk is gone, I'd probably say no, unless they get a guy like LeBron James or Carmelo to come in. But
they did bring his buddy back.
Yeah,
Tyson Chandler. So but he's not going to have to play as much defense.
Few years older though. Kind of getting towards the end of his career.
Don't sleep on Carlisle, man. Carlisle actually, he did pretty good with the old group that he had last year.
Right, that's true.
So we'll see once the free agency gets finished and see how the teams are put together because the draft is already over.
Right.
So this is the last part of it.
Yeah, and a couple other quick ones. Darren Collison, you know, he decided to leave the Clippers.
Ooh.
Right? You know, and that was kind of a surprise. He was owed a little less than $2 million for next year, and he felt he was worth more.
Yeah,
you know, and he definitely does deserve more.
Yeah.
So the Sacramento Kings, right? They decided to pick him up 3 years, $16 million. Okay. And that's about what I thought he'd get, about $5 or $6 million a year. So I think that's a great move for Darren Collison. Are the Kings going anywhere anytime soon? No, but they do have a bright future. I think in a few years, if they can get some of their pieces like Macklemore, it's going to kind of pan out. Isaiah Thomas, I like a lot. DeMarcus Cousins is kind of a headache, but he's a good player too. So we'll have to kind of see there. And then last but not least for the NBA, Mr. Thabo Sefolosha.
Okay.
All right. I thought he had a horrible year for Oklahoma City.
Kind of injured this whole year.
Right. He played 61 games, but it seemed like he played 30 games.
Yeah,
and then he only averaged 6.3 points, 3.6 rebounds. And to me, for a guy like that, he should be averaging 10 and 5, no less than that. And so 3 years, $12 million. Obviously, the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't want to pay him that. No. So the Hawks said, we'll take you. So the Hawks picked him up. So I think I'm not sure if that's a smart move for the Hawks, but at least that gives them another weapon, you know, because they haven't been the same since Josh Smith left. Let's be real about that now. They really haven't been the same team, but
they're different kind of team. They rely more on 3-point shooting now and spreading the court.
Right.
So I think they just need to get a little bit more talent. As far as, I mean, no disrespect to Sefolosha, but they need a legit scoring option to go with Jeff Teague to complement Al Horford down low, and you still got Millsap and Korver.
Like a Carmelo Anthony would be a really nice, beautiful fit for that kind of squad, but that's not going to happen. But anything else on the NBA rumors or any type of wheeling and dealing?
Here's the big talks going on right now is with LeBron and Carmelo.
Right.
Everybody's trying to figure out where they're going to end up at.
Right.
Carmelo met with the Lakers today. Wow. Carmelo and Kobe.
He would look good in a Laker uniform.
Wow, he's good friends with Kobe. They've been texting back and forth. Kobe is on vacation right now, so he couldn't make it to the meeting, but he made sure to spit a little bird in Carmelo's ear.
Right.
They offered him 4 years, $95 million.
And it's a pretty good chunk of change.
That's a pretty good chunk of change. So I can definitely see Carmelo making the switch from LA to New York,
And also with Powell, you don't know if if it's a done deal, if he's actually leaving LA, and that's not even an option. But I know that Carmelo was trying to get Powell's number.
He's recruiting him.
He's trying to recruit him to see if he could go together with him. And Powell and Melo, if it's not Powell and someone else, obviously the best case scenario for a tandem would be LeBron and Melo. But that's awesome. Getting kind of greedy,
Powell, Melo, and Kobe, man, I'd take that all day. That's a nice little tandem.
That would make the Knicks definitely the front runner, and Fisher would definitely have his job sewn up for at least a good 5 years with that kind of lineup. So, any other rumors or news?
Also, the last thing is that LeBron's agent, he's getting on the prowl now. He's got meetings set up with the Suns. Wow. We talked about the rumors with the Suns, the last recording.
Right.
The Rockets.
A nice fit.
Now, this is a surprise team to me. The Dallas Mavericks. They chased LeBron the last time he was a free agent and came up empty. Mm-hmm. Wow. They're entering the LeBron sweepstakes again. And, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right. And obviously with LeBron, you can't sleep on Miami. Obviously Miami, I think, is the most logical choice just to kind of go back. But I think LeBron's also thinking Wade and Bosh aren't getting any younger.
Right.
They all came in the league at the same time in that 03 draft. Same thing with Melo. But obviously LeBron was coming out of high school. Wade played quite a few years in college like Bosh. So those few years are starting to kind of add up. It's almost like the Tim Duncan Garnett comparison. Mm-hmm. It's only a couple year difference, 95 to 97, but Duncan's still doing it and Garnett's not. So it kind of shows you
a lot of wear and tear on the body.
Wear and tear on that body once your career kind of gets towards the end. Yeah. And as we shift now to the NFL, I would like to talk about something positive, right? Instead of injuries, how many days we have left, going back into the training camp and regular season. But it seems all the negativity is coming out, right? And Kiko Alonso with the ACL tear. Now I got to hear another Oregon Duck, right, with a problem, and his name is Dion Jordan.
What did he do?
Dion Jordan was the number 3 pick last year in the 2013 draft. 26 tackles, 2 sacks in limited time.
The number 3 pick?
Number 3 pick. That's a little overrated, even though he did come from the Ducks, and we're Duck fans here. Dolphins defensive end suspended 4 games for PEDs. Come on, Dion Jordan. Out here in Oregon, we really look up to a lot of the defensive guys. We like Haloti Ngata as kind of the cream of the crop, the gold standard. And then when you have other guys that don't follow suit, and have that reputation, it really hurts the reputation of not only us hardcore fans, but that hurts the Dolphins. I mean, you're already not that good of a team to begin with. You brought in Mike Wallace. He didn't really give you as much stats as you were expecting. Right? And now your number 3 pick is gone for the first 4 games, almost a.k.a. Robert Mathis-like. So, I mean, this is not good for the Dolphins. And then, last but not least, speaking of the Colts, right? They had the whole problem with Irsay, with obviously the drugs.
They had a tumultuous offseason.
Right, and Colts are one of those organizations, it's a very class act organization. So when you see problems with the ownership, PED, suspensions, it's very kind of, raises an eyebrow a little bit.
Not the Colts.
Right, so you had Irsay, obviously, with the drug problem, with the pills, and he got arrested, and he's going to go to counseling and do that. Then you had Robert Mathis, suspended for 4 games, and he said it was due to... He's trying to have a baby with his wife, and he had to take some other kind of hormones. Do we believe him? It's tough to say. I think right now it's 50-50 across America. And then today, Colts backup wide receiver, Levon Brazil, he was suspended 4 games last year for marijuana and for drugs, other than marijuana, other things as well. And he got pinched again. He got caught, obviously
how long
again.
Is he out this time?
This time he's out for 1 year with no pay, and this is the second violation. Third time, you're gone forever. unless they do like a 2-year suspension, then you're gone. But, I mean, he really walking a thin line. Right. Andrew Luck needs all the help he can get. 12 receptions, 161 yards, only 2 TDs. But he is battling with Derek Rogers and Griff Whalen. And I thought he could have gave those guys a little bit run for their money. I think probably Griff Whalen has the top seed with Derek Rogers just behind him. But he might have been able to fight a little bit and gain some ground. But I know Swaggy P, this is your team. Swag. I'm sorry, Swag. I mean, we love the Colts, and, we root for him. I know Andrew Luck, believe it or not, I think we'll have more Super Bowls than Peyton when it's all said and done. But you got to build that defense. You got to not cheat. You got to stay healthy.
Build it the right way.
You got to build it the right way, and that starts at the top. And I like what Grigson has done, bringing in these nice players. But for the Colts to make it to that AFC Championship game, things need to change.
All right. So there you have it. That's our daily Northwest Sports Fanatics report.
Stay tuned. We'll have another update for you. 4th of July is tomorrow.
Yeah, make sure everybody enjoy yourself and you be safe out there. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. We'll have another video for you tomorrow. Northwest Sports Fanatics. Share the page.
Tell a friend to tell a friend
to tell a friend. Northwest Sports Fanatics.
Let's go.
Let's do it.